Following is a presentation of WNWS Sports.
News Talk 101.5 and the High School Game of the Week. Now, the High School Game of the Week on News Talk 101.5.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Friday night basketball. High school basketball right here on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM. My name is Seabass. Dan Reeves will be along with me here in just a few minutes. We've got Worthy Road Studio in the house tonight. Paul and Lawson on camera. We got multiple camera angles for you tonight, so you can watch this game at WNWS.com. We are just underway. USJ on the road tonight, taking on one of their arch rivals, Jackson Christian School, for a pair. The boys will follow right after this, but this game is just underway. Your Lady Bruins, if you remember last Saturday night, their 16-game win streak was broken 61-60 on the road at the hands of the TCA Lady Lions. Well, they got back on track the other night with a 39-point win over FACS. Tonight, they'll look to keep that thing going as we wind down the regular season. Lady Bruins off to a 2-0 lead here, just about a minute into the broadcast. Emily Jones with the first 2 points of the game. Jackson Christian bringing the ball down the court. Here's a baseline three from the right baseline. Too strong, no good. That was Sydney Brooks on the shot. Had a good look at it. Couldn't get it to go down. Here's EJ running the court. There's a Sophie Stallings three-pointer. Too strong, no good. Goes out of bounds. They'll say that one's off of Jackson Christian School. The Lady Bruins need to get Sophie Stallings going offensively. Such a good basketball player. Struggled a little bit in the last couple of games. Offensively, need to get her to find that shot once again. We'll get you the starting lineups here in just a minute. USJ with the ball. Working the ball around the perimeter. Here's Sophie Stallings over to EJ. A nice bullet pass inside to Claire Lewis. She's fouled. Can't get it to go, but she's fouled by Faith Harlan. That's Faith Harlan's first foul. Second on the Lady Eagles. And Claire Lewis, the senior post, will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Lewis's first offering is up and good. One of only 3 seniors on this team for Tony Schutz. Claire Lewis, a senior, Sophie Stallings, and of course, Callie Cosagro is the third. Second offering by Lewis on the way. Nothing but net. Claire Lewis has 2, and the Lady Bruins lead 4-0. Here's a little backcourt pressure by Tony Schutz and the Lady Bruins. Jackson Christian trying to get it. Now they do break it into the front court. Here's Carly White. She's fronted by EJ. Great defense by EJ. Nearly turns it over. Now there's a beautiful pass inside to Bailey Reagan. Nice little dish off the glass. Bailey Reagan, great dish inside. Reagan knows what to do with it. The senior post puts it up and in for the first 2 points tonight for the Lady Eagles, trailing 4-2 to USJ. Here's a beautiful pass. Inbounds blocked. Boy, that was Cosagro. She was blocked by Bailey Reagan. Nice play that time by Bailey Reagan. Looked like Cosagro had a beautiful spin move. Looked like she cleared the defender, but nice recovery that time by Reagan. Here's Jackson Christian trying to run their set. Great defense, extending that pressure defense. Now here's a 10-foot shot from just inside the free throw line. That is up and good. That's Aaron Baines, the sophomore guard, 5'2", ties this basketball game. Coming back the other way, here's EJ with a drive to the basket. She'll be called for the charge. Could have went either way. Got no problem with that one. EJ with her first foul of the night, and the Bruins, the Lady Bruins, that's their first foul. So 4-4. 5:11 left to go here in the first quarter on this Friday night. I'll tell you what, compared to what it was last night, I'll take this all day long. In store for a nice weekend weather-wise. Temperatures, anyway, on Super Bowl weekend. Man, 2 days away from the big game. 4-4, here's Jackson Christian. Here's a baseline three from the right side. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by Sophie Stallings. Lady Bruins have numbers in transition, 2-on-1. Here's Stallings up off the glass. Can't get it to go, but Olivia Jones gets it. She can't get it to go. Now Sophie Stallings gets the ball. She shoots it. She gets it blocked from behind by Bailey Reagan, and Jackson Christian will clear out, coming back the other way with 4:36 left to go here in the first quarter. Again, just underway, knotted up at 4 points apiece. Excited about seeing that boys game tonight as well. That Jackson Christian boys team is awfully good. They put it on the Bruins a couple of weeks ago at USJ. Now here's a nice entry pass shot, too strong, and that time Erin Baines had nobody around her, but thought she was being pressed back from behind her, and so she kind of rushed her shot, went over the backboard and out of bounds, and the Lady Bruins will take over. We got a whistle, but I'm not sure what on. The officials are looking there. Let's see, they're conversing. What are you going to do? It's going to be, okay, they're going to say it's Jackson Christian ball. Must have been an inbounds. I don't know what happened. Should have been USJ ball. Nonetheless, Jackson Christian gets it. Shot up that time by Erin Baines, blocked and out of bounds off of Bailey Reagan, and USJ will take over. Tied at 4-11 here in the first quarter. A little bit sloppy. They're just trying to feel their way out in this game. Early stages of this one. Now Jackson Christian, you don't see this a lot. USJ being pressured in the backcourt, but they break it easily. Here's Stallings over to EJ in the right baseline, whipping it around the perimeter. There's Olivia Jones from the right elbow. Well, man-to-man defense by Jackson Christian, at least so far, has been really good. Now here's cross-court pass to EJ. A long three, too strong, no good. Rebounded, though, by Claire Lewis. Back out to Emily Jones, goes down to the post. Olivia Jones is on the block. Beautiful spin move, but she can't get it to go down. Bailey Reagan clears it out. Boy, that was a great move that time by OJ. She just couldn't get it to fall. Jackson Christian coming back now, just breaks the press into the front court. Ball stolen on the floor. That's OJ with the steal now to Cosgrove. Finds EJ cutting to the basket, up and in. What a look that time by Cosgrove. I don't know how she found EJ, but EJ was cutting to the bucket. She gets it, her 4th point, and the Bruins lead once again at 6-4 with 3:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Boy, I know you're loving this pictures that you're seeing this beautiful footage here at JCS. That's courtesy of Worthy Road Studio. Paul and Lawson doing a great job. We got multiple camera angles for you tonight as well. We think you're going to enjoy that. Now here's Sophie Stallings with a steal, coming back the other way, one-on-one towards the basket, lays it up off the glass and in. The little bulldog Sophie Stallings getting it going. Turnovers turning into points, and now the Lady Bruins with their largest lead early on in this one, 8-4. Here's a steal by USJ. That's Claire Lewis. Over to OJ. She's fouled, no call. Gets it to go off the glass and in. Hits it from about 8 feet off the glass. Really thought she was fouled there. No whistle, but no matter. Lady Bruins with the points. Now lead 10-4. 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Here's Jackson Christian coming back the other way. That's Sydney Brooks. Needs a little bit of help. Whips the ball around to Erin Baines over in the left corner. She's trapped. Now the ball's turned over, 3-on-1. Lady Bruins with numbers. Here's OJ. Beautiful bounce pass to Claire Lewis, and transition basketball ran to perfection. Claire Lewis with the bucket, her 4th point. Man, 3-on-1 and USJ. What a beautiful execution there of transition basketball. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here and tell you about some of the great folks that bring you high school basketball, like Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right. Outback Steakhouse. Take advantage of that curbside service on this Friday night, or just go in and have a phenomenal dining experience by the Hughes Eye Group. It's a new day at the Hughes Eye Group, treating many different eye diseases and conditions, offering products and services that they call, well, frankly, lifestyle changing. And that is a huge deal for a lot of people. And by Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones with State Farm. Need a good neighbor? State Farm is there. Brandon Jones with State Farm Insurance. So 2:09 left to go here in the first quarter. USJ leading 10-4. A little backcourt pressure once again by the Lady Bruins. Jackson Christian having a little bit more trouble breaking it this time. Well, nearly an over and back, and that's going to be a 10-second call. Yeah, they just about had it over, but threw it back into the backcourt, and when they did, there was no doubt about that one. A nice pressure defense by the Lady Bruins. 12-4 USJ with the lead in the later stages here in the first quarter. Just under 2 minutes left to go. Here's Emily Jones over to Olivia Jones in the right elbow. Extending that perimeter defense are the Lady Eagles. Now whipping it around here is Sarah Beth Browse in the game for the first time at the top of the key. Nice entry pass to Julie Wagner, who kicks it out to a long three by OJ. The ball rattles around, can't get it to go down. Here's Sarah Beth Browse with a rebound, puts it up, can't get it to go down, but she'll go to the free throw line. Really like this sophomore guard, Sarah Beth Brown. She's getting more and more playing time for Coach Schutz as this season has gone on, and she really has embraced this. Just every bit of the game, she just continues to improve on both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively, her entire game coming into form. Misses the first free throw. Second free throw also misses. Maya Jankster there a little bit. We did find something she might need to work a little bit on. That's the free throws. Misses them both, but it's still an 8-point lead for the Lady Bruins, 12-4. Now coming back the other way, here's an entry pass over the head of Jessica Cisco. Just checked in for the first time. Had a little bit of a separation there on the block, but the entry pass was just a little bit too high, and the Lady Bruins will take over. It's interesting to see that Jackson Christian still trying to implement this backcourt press. USJ's had absolutely no problem beating it, and when they did, they ended up with numbers just like they did right here. Here's OJ over to Sarah Beth Browse. Now a beautiful pass into Wagner, spin move. She can't get it to go down, but she is hacked by Jessica Cisco. Cisco with her first foul. Third on the team, make that the fourth on the team, and Julie Wagner's going to go to the free throw line. Wagner has been huge for USJ in the last month. She is another player, a young player, just a sophomore, but Julie Wagner's game continues to develop. Wagner's second offering is up and is also good. 14-4, the Lady Bruins lead, just over a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Jackson Christian once again having a little bit of trouble breaking the press. Now they finally do get it into the front court. Doubling the ball, near turnover. That's going to end up as a foul. Julie Wagner is going to get whistled for her first. Just a little over-aggressive trying to go for that steal that time. Only the second foul for the Lady Bruins. And with 56.4 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, Jackson Christian will inbound the ball. They do into Carly White. She comes back into the front court, now gives it up to Aaron Baines. Baines needs help, gets it over to number 20. That's Sydney Brooks. She needs help. Finds Cisco in the paint. Cisco kicks it back out, but it's stolen. Sarah Beth Browse does a great job jumping in that passing lane and snatching that one. Now she finds EJ along the left baseline, running 10-footer. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by Jackson Christian. Coming back the other way, that's Aaron Baines. 30 seconds left to go here in the first half. Scratch, that's Carly White. Now White back over to Sydney Brooks. And again, USJ really doing a good job of doubling the ball. Now Jackson Christian wanting to hold the ball for the last shot. Here's a baseline three once again. They got a little bit of a piece of it, I believe. Julie Wagner may have got a piece of that basketball. They did, because it was well short, and that's exactly what happened. Wagner did get a piece of that ball. And on the rebound, looks like we're going to have a tie-up, and that ball will go to USJ. So with 12.7 seconds left to go in the first quarter, USJ with the 14-4 lead and the basketball in their backcourt. Here's Sophie Stallings looking for EJ, down to 7 seconds. EJ's doubled right at half court, finds Sophie Stallings down to 3 seconds. Stallings drives, shoots from just inside the free throw line, can't get it to go down, and that's how the first quarter will end. After 8, it's USJ, the Lady Bruins, leading Jackson Christian 14-4 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Don't worry. Ooh, be happy. This is Tammy Reed telling you not to worry when it comes to real estate. Turn it over to the #1 real estate team in West Tennessee. We will take all the worries out of your real estate experience. No gimmicks, no unkept promises, just happy clients. Call the Reed Nelson team, Hickman Realty Group, 664-1006. Don't worry, be happy.
More than just the headlines. Get the real story here. Your source for news, weather, sports, and traffic. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
After one quarter here at Jackson Christian, it's the Lady Bruins leading JCS 14-4. And again, of course, you can listen to this game on 101.5 like you're doing right now, but I want to remind everybody that I don't care if you're Sheboygan, Hackensack, Mineola, it doesn't matter. Wherever you are, you can watch this game live and in color, and you will not believe the pictures and the camera angles that you're going to get at WNWS.com. Paul Schulze, Lawson Mann, and Jim Chernenko on cameras bringing you all these great angles for USJ basketball, brought to you by Sonic of Jackson, home of the Sonic Blast. We'll see you after the game at Sonic. Here we go, starting the second quarter. Sophie Stallings with the ball. down to Julie Wagner on the block. Nice little entry pass to Claire Lewis. Spin move. Now back out to EJ. Over to OJ. Too strong, no good, and out of bounds. Jackson Christian will take over. Nice job working the ball around. Just not a great shot on the ball that time. But 7:44 left to go until the first half is over with. And USJ's defense clamping down on Jackson Christian. A little backcourt pressure once again, forcing a turnover. Going to say Faith Harlan shuffled the feet there under that pressure. And right now, not enough ball handlers for Jackson Christian. And they're really having a hard time dealing with this pressure of Tony Schutz and the Lady Bruins. Claire Lewis will inbound into Sophie Stallings from the left elbow. Stallings over to Lewis, top of the key now. Here's a nice entry pass. Wagner goes around two post defenders, two of them. They were doubling Wagner on the block. She spins around both of them, and the sophomore post puts it up and in off the glass with that soft touch. She's got 4. Lady Bruins leading 16-4. Coming back the other way, here's Bailey Reagan. Can't get it to go. Too strong. Rebounded by USJ. Claire Lewis going to the floor to get that one. Coming back the other way, here's numbers. EJ on a beautiful pass by Sophie Stallings. Can't hold on to the basketball. Puts up a little wild shot, just kind of flips it off her hands, gets it off the bottom of the rim, and Jackson Christian gets the basketball coming back the other way, but they're going to subsequently turn the basketball over because of great pressure defensively once again. I got to tell you, man, I'm really loving Claire Lewis's game tonight. She is playing very effectively. Already forced 3 turnovers here in the first 9 minutes and change of this game. USJ leading 16-4. There's a little backcourt pressure broken easily once again by the Lady Bruins. I'm still surprised they're still doing that. They found themselves at a disadvantage almost every time they've done it. So there's a nice crossover by Claire Lewis over by EJ. EJ over to Claire Lewis, now down inside to Wagner on the post once again. Here's a baseline 3 by Sophie Stallings. Did everything but go down. Hewitt chases her own shot down, gets the rebound, gets it down to Wagner in the paint, needs a little bit of help, kicks it out to OJ. 14 foot, too strong, no good, rebounded by Bailey Reagan. Boy, Sophie Stallings, shot should have went down, but she followed her shot, got the rebound, didn't end up in points, but that's the type of hustle that you want to see. Now coming back the other way, here's Baines, she's tied up. Ball will stay with USJ right now. Jackson Christian having a hard time even getting a shot off at this point. 6:03 left to go in the first half, and the Lady Bruins with the 16-4 lead. Inbounding and here in the front court, Jackson Christian. Here's a dribble drive cut off and passing the ball out of bounds. That's Bailey Reagan. She got cut off, tried to hit, it looks like Aaron Baines on the right baseline, led her just a little bit too far and went out of bounds. Now here's Casagro on the inbounds pass, finds OJ in transition once again. Here's Sophie Stallings from the right baseline. She's cut off, back over to Claire Lewis. Nice entry pass inside. Beautiful spin move. Once again, the post paying off big dividends. That time, Kaylee Casagro with her first 2. USJ really wanted to work that paint, doing a great job of it tonight. Now here's a near steal. Now it is a steal. OJ coming back the other way will lay it up off the glass and in uncontested. USJ's defense really taking over this basketball game, and with 5:20 left to go in the first half, the Lady Bruins cruising right now. 20-4, now breaking the press and shooting through the lane. Carly White, nice crossover move. She gets to the rim, can't get the shot to go down, but she will get the free throw. Let's see. Now that could have went on 2 different players. We'll see who picks up the foul. Looks like they're going to get Claire Lewis with that foul. Yeah. It's a 3rd foul on the Lady Bruins and the 1st on Claire Lewis. First free throw was up and no good. Second free throw this time by White is good. That's the first points since it was 4-4. It was a 16-0 run until that free throw. Now coming back the other way, beating the press. Here's Stallings from 7, rolls around, can't get it to go down. Sophie can't buy it right now. She's getting good looks at the bucket, just can't get it to go down. Now here's a loose ball foul on USJ on that rebound. They're going to call that foul on sophomore forward Molly Strong, who just checked into the game. Another one of the underclassmen who's been playing much better and getting more meaningful minutes as this season goes on. Here's the backcourt press once again. Broke this time by Sydney Brooks fairly easily. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll see who this one's off. They're going to say it's off USJ. Lady Eagles will maintain possession with 4:51 left to go here in the first half. Here's an entry pass down to Bailey Reagan. She's doubled. Doesn't matter, puts up the shot anyway. Can't get it to go down, but she gets her own rebound and sticks it back up and in. Boy, you can't. I'll tell you one thing. Bailey Reagan is playing as hard as she possibly can. She's doing her best to keep this team in the game on that low post. She gets her second bucket of the night. She's got 4 of the 7 points for Jackson Christian. Now coming back the other way. Cosgrove gets the pass on the low post. Can't get it to go down, but she is fouled. Abby Robinson, her first foul, will send Cosgrove to the free throw line, whose first free throw is up and good. Kaylee, one of 3 seniors, as we told you, on this USJ basketball team. Claire Lewis checking out. Julie Wagner checking back into the game for a second free throw. Hits the rim, hits the backboard, and goes through. Kaylee with both free throws. She's got 4. Well, you want to talk about balanced scoring. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Lady Bruins all tied for the high score at this point with 4 points apiece. That's what you call balance. The other player to score, Sophie Stallings, with 2. I don't think I've ever seen that before. With 4:22 left to go here in the first half. Scratch 4:23, make it 22-7 USJ. As Carly White, who was fouled on that baseline drive, will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. White's first free throw is up. Rolls around and falls out. If you're going to stay in a game with a team like USJ, Jackson Christian is just simply going to have to hit their free throws and make some of the shots when they get the opportunity at the bucket. White's second free throw up and good. Carly's second points of the night. Jackson Christian abandoning that backcourt press. Here's Sophie Stallings, left baseline, whipping it around the perimeter. EJ thinks about a 3. Now takes it out back to the top of the court to her sister, OJ. Working the ball, constant movement. Now here's a high post pass to Wagner over to Cosgrove. I'll tell you what, I like that pass. It was just a little too hot to handle that time. I love the communication between the bigs for the Lady Bruins. That pass just a little hot that time by Wagner. So with 4 minutes even left to go, the Lady Bruins 22 and Jackson Christian 8. Now here's Sydney Brooks. She's getting the devil from Sophie Stallings. Makes a nice move, gets by her. Now she's doubled, tries to get to Bailey Reagan. Bailey runs it down, but she has to go down to the floor to get it. She's tied up by Olivia Jones, and possession will go to the Lady Bruins. Nice work by OJ, the sophomore, just a fantastic basketball player, no doubt about it. Here's OJ bringing the ball, setting the offense over at the left elbow. Working it around, finds Sophie Stallings in the right corner now. A beautiful pass inside to Cosgrove. Kicks it back out to OJ for a 3. And what do we got here? 3 seconds. A 3-second call against the Lady Bruins, and believe it or not, it was against the boy guard. She was down there, but that's what she does. She loves to get down there and mix it up, man, go after rebounds. But camped out there a little bit too long. Now here's a near steal in the backcourt by OJ. Can't hold on to it. Ball goes out of bounds, and Jackson Christian will maintain it. And they're just keeping the Lady Bruins inside. It's a 14-point game, but it is danger time these last 3:22 of the first half. They can either close this gap, or, you find yourself down 20 at the half, and it looks like a completely different basketball game. Now here is a tie-up once again as Julie Wagner and Carly White go to the ground. Possession will stay with the Lady Eagles. Sydney Brooks to inbound underneath her own basket. Tries to get it inbounds. Finally does. To Aaron Baines. Aaron Baines works around the perimeter, but steps on the inbound line, trying to do it. And that's one of the things that'll drive you crazy. If you're Brian Freeman, that's the type of stuff that you're already playing against a fantastic basketball team, but the little mistakes like that will drive you nuts. That's what will keep you up at night. 3 minutes left to go here in the first half. Olivia Jones, top of the key, works it around to Wagner. Wagner and Cosgrove just switching back and forth in that post. Now here's a rebound off a long miss by Sophie Stallings. Back to EJ. Running floater from 14 foot is good. EJ with her 6th point of the night to, believe it or not, lead all scorers here with 2:35 left to go in the first half, and the Lady Bruins leading 24-8. Now here's Jackson Christian, finally breaks the press. That's Baines, does so easily, and has the ball knocked out from behind by Sophie Stallings, and the Lady Bruins will maintain possession. Jessica Sisko checking back into the game for Jackson Christian. Here's Brooks trying to find Cisco, but leads her a little bit too far, throws the ball out of bounds, and USJ will take over. 2:24 left to go here in the first half. Seabass, Dan Reeves will be joining me here in just a few minutes. Paul Schulze, Lawson Mann, and James Chernenko on camera doing their thing. Now here's a dangerous pass, but hauled in by Olivia Jones. Holy cow. Man, Coach Strapp may need to holler at those two young ladies. That was a great pass, sister to sister. EJ to OJ. Beautiful shot. OJ with her 6th point of the night. And the Lady Bruins, their largest lead, 26-8. Coming back the other way. Here's Baines, cut off by OJ. Whips it around over to White. Well, this ball pressure, on the ball pressure is so tough. Now here's Brooks inside. Nice pass. Stolen away, though, by Sophie Stallings, but you can't hold on to it. Ball will go out of bounds, and with 1:45 left to go, Jackson Christian will inbound underneath their own basket. Here's Harlan with the inbound pass. Can't find anybody. Now finally finds White. White with a bounce pass that's knocked out of bounds by Claire Lewis. Jackson Christian will maintain possession with 1:42 left to go in the half. Harlan looking for somebody. Nobody's coming open. Now they finally do. Gets it into Aaron Baines, and that whistle is going to be for a reach-in on Sophie Stallings. That's her first, team's 6th. Nobody in foul trouble here for either one of these teams. And on the inbounds pass, Harlan commits a turnover, and the Lady Bruins with 1:40 will get the basketball, leading by 18. Here on the road at Jackson Christian, Lady Bruins had a 39-point win the other night on Tuesday in Cordova over FACS. Here's a baseline drive by EJ. Switches hands, can't get it to go, but brings in her own rebound as she's fouled on that rebound. Boy, it was a beautiful baseline drive. EJ's left-handed. She drives with the right hand, and just before she goes up, she switches to her left hand, goes off the glass, can't get it to fall, but she'll go to the free throw line. It's the 7th foul on Jackson Christian, so still in the 1-and-1, first offering up, and you might as well, you can say it's 1-and-1, but when EJ goes to the free throw line, she does not miss very often. Here's Sarah Beth Browse checking back in. Sophie Stallings coming out here with 1:27 left to go in the first half. EJ's second offering, up and rattles around and goes down. Emily with 8 points to lead all scores. She's tied Jackson Christian by herself. 28-8, 1:25 left to go in the first half. Easily breaking this press. That's Aaron Baines. Gets it over to Carly White. Beautiful drive on a great move by Carly White. Split defenders, and Carly White with a smooth bucket off the glass. A little bit of a defensive breakdown, yes, but a great crossover that time by White. Now here's a steal back the other way by Harlan. Tony Schutz will not like the way they're ending this last minute and change in the first half, no matter what they've done beforehand. So 53 seconds left to go. Here's Harlan over in the left baseline, back out to the top of the key. Here's a straightaway three. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by a host of players. Both teams have 2 or 3 different players crashing to the floor. It's a tie ball, and that ball will go to the Lady Bruins. 28-10, the Lady Bruins lead with 43.5 seconds left here in the first half. And again, the Lady Eagles smartly, by the way, abandoning that backcourt pressure they were putting on USJ. That was just not going to work for them. So here's OJ with a running clock, 30 seconds left to go. Now back to Claire Lewis, over to Sarah Beth Browse. EJ. Here's OJ down to 25 seconds, maybe holding for the last shot. We'll see. Down to 20 seconds here. OJ holds up that one finger, says, let's get this thing set up. Looking for a high post pick by Casagro. Being very patient. Down to 12 seconds here. Now under 10. Here's EJ, picks up her dribble. Here's a cut to the basket to Claire Lewis. Tries to get the shot to go down. Can't get it, but she'll go the free throw line. What a nice little cut by Claire Lewis to the bucket with 4.4 seconds left. Again, she can't get it to go down, but she will get her chance to earn it with 2 free throws at the line. Lewis's first offering up, way too strong, no good. Claire with 4 points on the night. Both of those free throws very long, and you know, she's a very good free throw shooter. Had that adrenaline pumping just a little bit. So we're going to get a foul on Kaylee Casagro on the rebound, her second, and that's going to send Jackson Christian to the free throw line. Well, not the best ending in the last minute and a half here for Coach Schutz and the Lady Bruins. The free throw no good, though. Rebounded by Claire Lewis. They're not going to be able to get a shot off here, and that's going to be the end of the first half. After 2 quarters, your score, USJ 28 and Jackson Christian School 10. We'll take this 4-minute timeout on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com. Your score at the half, USJ leading Jackson Christian School 28-10. The scoring went something like this. First, for Jackson Christian, it was Carly White and Bailey Reagan with 4 points apiece to lead the way, and Aaron Baines chipping in with 2 for a total of 10 for the Lady Bruins. It's the EJ-OJ show, at least so far. 8 points for EJ, 6 for OJ, 4 points apiece for Claire Lewis, Julie Wagner, and Kaylee Casagro, and 2 points for Sophie Stallings for a total of 28, and that's your score, 28-10. USJ leads Jackson Christian at the half. By the way, I want to say congratulations to TJ Tharp of USJ, the outstanding linebacker and fullback for Coach Strapp and his Bruins, committing today to the University of the Cumberlands to play a little football. So congratulations to TJ, one heck of a football player, and he's going to take his career to the next level, play on Saturdays at the University of the Cumberlands. So congratulations, TJ, to you from all of us here at Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM. It's been a pleasure to call your games over the last couple of years. We'll take this 2-minute timeout, come back and get you ready for third quarter action where USJ leads Jackson Christian 28-10. The boys will follow directly after this one. We're back after this in 2 minutes.
Range USA is Jackson's only indoor shooting range and open to the public 7 days a week. Monday is Family Day. Tuesday is First Responders and Healthcare Day. Wednesday is Free Gun Rentals. Thursday is Ladies' Day and Educators Day. Friday, Pro Gun Day. Range USA offers Tennessee handgun permit classes on Saturday and so many other classes you'll love. Sunday, bring your church bulletin and get a free target. Range USA, North Highland behind Taco Bell, Facebook, and rangeusa.com.
The great credit card payoff has come to Carlock Nissan in Jackson. Make no payments until spring. And Carlock Nissan will pay off your high-interest credit cards up to $10,000. Buy today and pay off your credit cards at the same time. Get all the details at CarlockNissanofJackson.com.
Free hardwood floor and free installation. I know it sounds too good to be true, but in this case, it's true. Overton Flooring Hardwood Sales and Refinishing is giving away 200 square feet of hardwood flooring on Saturday, February 16th. Here's what you have to do in order to win. Stop by Overton Flooring's beautiful showroom at 12808 Highway 79 in Bells and register Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's it. It's the only showroom with sanded, stained, and finished flooring. Al the Floor Guy wants you to have a new hardwood floor. The winner will be drawn live on the air on February 16th at Overton Flooring on Highway 79 in Bells. And when you need new flooring or your hardwood refinished, call Al the Floor Guy at 345-9039. That's 345-9039. And stop by Overton Flooring Hardwood Sales and Refinishing and get registered. We're giving that floor away on Saturday, February 16th, live on location. And we'll be cooking hot dogs and hamburgers free to you. Overton Flooring, 12808 Highway 79, Bells.
Did you say football? High school game of the week, the SEC championship, and the NFL on Monday nights. News Talk 101.5 FM. 101.5 FM.
Just about to set for third quarter action here at Jackson Christian School. I want to remind everybody that Sunday we have got the Super Bowl for you right here on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM, and the all pregame shows beginning at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, and they will take you all the way up to right around the kickoff is right around 5:30. So lots of pregame to wet the whistle and get you ready for the Rams and the Patriots Super Bowl 53 right here on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM. So Jackson Christian will begin with the basketball here to start the third quarter. They'll take the ball underneath their own basket, try to get it inside to Bailey Reagan. Can't get it, but here's Harlan. She picks it up, gets a shot. It's blocked from behind by Casagro. Now a turnaround shot. No good, too strong. That was Sydney Brooks. Couldn't get it to go down. Now here's the Lady Bruins coming back the other way. Sophie Stallings over to Claire Lewis. She needs help. Finds EJ. She's fouled by Brooks. No call. Good grief. Now EJ gets it over to OJ on the right elbow. Boy, EJ took a shot there just a second ago. Now here's Emily with a baseline three. Good. Rattles it home from the right corner in the baseline. And EJ, the first player in this game with double figures. She's got 11. She is actually outscoring Jackson Christian all by her lonesome. Lady Bruins leading 31-10 here in the early stages of the third quarter. Now here's Brooks with a dribble drive. Wild pass over to Harlan. She can't hold on to it. Goes out of bounds, and that Lady Bruin token pressure really getting to Jackson Christian here in the first minute of the third quarter. And Lady Bruins with the 21-point lead. Now walking the ball into the front court. And here's a beautiful pass from OJ to Callie Casagro. She gets it right over the top of the defense. Perfect entry pass. Casagro with her 6th point of the evening. And the largest lead of the evening for the Lady Bruins at 23. They lead 33-10 with 6:37 left to go here in the third quarter. Here's Brooks with an inbound pass to Reagan. Too strong for her. She can't hold on to it. She loses it. Now ball's on the floor. Picked up by Emily Jones of USJ. Coming back the other way. She finds Stallings. Now over to OJ. Wants to go inside. That's cut off. Now back to EJ at the top of the key. EJ with a pass too strong for Sophie Stallings. Not a good pass that time by Emily Jones over the head of Sophie Stallings and goes out of bounds. Right in front of Tony Schutz, but I may point out. Sure, he's ecstatic about that. Now here's White getting into the front court, beating the pressure, needs help. Can't find it, but looks like she's going to be fouled from behind. I think they're going to get Sophie Stallings with that foul. Let's see if that's the case. If so, that'll be Sophie's second, team first. Sophie Stallings, her second, team first in the half. It is, and it is. On the inbounds pass, OJ's playing volleyball. She spikes the ball out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Jackson Christian, who wants a timeout. Coach Freeman wants a timeout. It's a 30-second one, so we'll keep it here with you. High school basketball brought to you by Best One Tires and Service of Jackson, making your family safe with our family of tires and services. By Hickman Realty. Norman Tammy Reed with Hickman Realty. Get the #1 game-winning team in real estate with Norman Tammy Reed. 616-6000 or 664-1006. By Fujiyama Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar. Man, if you're going to go out there tonight, check out the bento box. The spicy pork bento box is my recommendation to you. Big Al and the folks over at Overton Flooring and Bells, man, they can set you up with a beautiful new hardwood floor. Change the entire look of your house. Now here's Jackson Christian in the inbounds pass. Bailey Reagan can't handle it, loses the ball. USJ coming back the other way. Here's Sophie Stallings into the front court. Wants to get down to the post, nobody's open, so they whip it around the perimeter. Here's EJ from the right baseline, a little fancy dribbling exhibition. Back to OJ at the top of the key, and they'll reset the offense. Just 5:30 left to go here in the third quarter. Now here's OJ finding EJ. Trying to get the block to Claire Lewis. Instead, passes it over to OJ for three. Nothing but net. The sophomore with her 9th point of the evening and her first three-pointer of the evening. And USJ extends that lead 36-10. They've outscored Jackson Christian 8-0 to start the third quarter. Here's Brooks with a turnover. Sophie Stallings steals it, coming back the other way. She's got OJ uncontested. She'll lay it up off the glass and in. And OJ with her 11th point. She's tied with her sister Emily, the two leading scorers in this one right now, both with 11 points apiece. Both of those players actually have outscored Jackson Christian by themselves. Now EJ forces a turnover just past midcourt, and right now Jackson Christian having a very difficult time handling the basketball and handling this tough pressure by USJ defensively. It's now 38-10. A 10-0 run to start the third quarter. Here's OJ cut off at the free throw line. Now over to Claire Lewis. Wants to go inside. See what we've got here. It's either going to be a hold or a 3-second call. It's going to be 3 seconds against Casagro. That's the second 3-second call that the Lady Bruins have had in this basketball game. Don't see a whole heck of a lot of that, and they've gotten 2 so far on the night. Jackson Christian breaks the press. That's White. Another beautiful crossover. Ball stolen from her from behind. That's Sophie Stallings. her 4th steal of the evening. Here's EJ coming back the other way. A dribble drive splitting 3 defenders. Uses that left-hander to go up and off the glass and in once again. And EJ with point number 13. And USJ building the lead up to 30 now, 40-10. With 4:40 left to go here. Excuse me, 4:10 left to go in the third quarter. Jackson Christian yet to score here in the third quarter. Here's another turnover coming back the other way. Here's Sophie Stallings. She's cut off. She finds Lewis at the top of the key now to OJ for 3. No good. Rebounded by Claire Lewis, though. That's what she does. Over to Emily Jones. Claire Lewis keeping this possession alive, and EJ going to be called for the double dribble. She'll turn the basketball over, and with 3:49 left to go in the third quarter, Jackson Christian will take over. Still yet to score here in the third quarter.
Cisco, number 10, Ava Jones.
Now on the attempted inbounds pass, here's a turnover by Faith Harlan, and USJ will get the basketball. EJ inbounding it right at midcourt, now over to Claire Lewis. She's looking for a cutting EJ, who makes a great catch. Now whips it over to Cosgrove off the glass. Gets it to go down, scratch out. That's Julie Wagner, who just checked into the game with her 6th point of the evening. What a find that time by Emily Jones. Here's some backcourt pressure. Harlan just gets it across the timeline. Dribble drive. Has the ball poked from behind. Ball goes down to the ground. Going to be off of Jackson Christian. A lot of credit that time to Carly White. Dove trying to save that basketball. Just couldn't do it, but it wasn't for one of hustle. Nice hustle that time by Carly White, but still Jackson Christian looking for their first points of the second half. With almost 5 minutes elapsed, they have yet to score. USJ 14 points here in the second half. Make that 16. EJ cuts the basket. Nice pass by Lewis, and make that OJ. Olivia Jones with her 13th point of the evening. Now here's a turnover coming back the other way. Now they're going to say that perhaps one of the Lady Bruins might have got a finger on the basketball, and it will be Lady Eagle basketball as Brooks will inbound underneath her own basket. She needs help, finally finds it, but the pass goes overhead, ran down. Oh my goodness, by Sophie Stallings coming back the other way. I didn't think she could get to it. Sophie Stallings runs it down and puts it up and in for her 4th point of the evening. 46-10. The dam has officially broken here at Jackson Christian School here in the third quarter. It was an 18-point lead at the half, and in 5.5 minutes it's swelled to a 36-point lead. Now here's Cisco trying to pass it inside to a cutting Ava Jones, but over her head and out of bounds. Right now Jackson Christian's having a hard time even getting a shot off at this point, and USJ and that defense really playing well. OJ will take a seat, get a little bit of a rest here. Sarah Beth Browse checking back into the basketball game. Sarah Beth playing well in the first half. No points, but she had 2 steals. Now here's Sophie Stallings over to EJ. A 3 from the right elbow. Nothing but net. EJ is on fire right now with her 16th point. 49-10 Lady Bruins. Ava Jones breaking backcourt pressure, just gets it inside over to Brooks. Brooks, a long 3, too strong, no good. Rebounded by EJ, coming back the other way. The Lady Bruins with numbers 2-on-1. EJ off the glass, gets it to go, and she gets the harm from Ava Jones from behind. 51-10. 23-0 to start the third quarter here. EJ's fouled. She'll get a chance at a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. And when it's a solo affair, I'm not doing it. I'm just going to tell you right now, she's going to hit this free throw. There's no doubt about that. The mass substitutions for Jackson Christian School. EJ's offering is up, and predictably, it's good. 1 more point, and EJ will join the 20-point club. Now in the game for Jackson Christian, Lexi Bell under a lot of pressure. She actually makes a good move to get into the front court, beats Sophie Stallings. Stallings pokes the ball away from behind, so Jackson Christian will maintain possession. Now here's a steal by USJ, but Brooks runs it down and gets it. Now the ball's on the floor, tied up. USJ comes away with it. Browse wants to run, but Jackson Christian School gets back, and they're going to say she palmed the ball. She carried the ball. They're going to call carrying on Sarah Beth Browse. We saw that called on Colby Hughes twice against TCA. It's just not a call that you see very often, that palming the ball, if you will. And the truth is you could call it all the time. 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. Jackson Christian School with the basketball, still looking for their first points of the game in the third quarter. And we are, by the way, now under a running clock after this 24-0 start to the third quarter. So this game is going to be finished with a running clock, 52-10, down to 39 seconds. The Lady Bruins, doubt we'll see the starters much here in the fourth quarter at all. EJ with the ball. She's cut off at the top of the key. Moves over to her left, now gets it over to Sophie Stallings, down to 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Stallings wants to go down to Julie Wagner on the post. Cosgrove gets it to her, it's 1-on-2, but that doesn't stop Julie Wagner from going up and attempting the shot. She is fouled that time by Hannah Hastings, but she'll go to the free throw line for two. The clock will stop here for these free throws, 17.5 seconds left. USJ 24-0 here in the third quarter alone. Make it 25 after Wagner's first offering goes up and in.
Number 30, Blakely Wagner.
53-10. Wagner's second is good as well. The sophomore with her 8th point of the evening. Down to 17 seconds. Here is Jackson Christian School trying to get a bucket before the end of the third quarter to avoid the goose egg here in the third. The ball went off of Desiree Coleman, but they're going to give it to him anyway. At this point, 11.5 seconds left, because at this point, why not? Here's the inbounds pass. Jackson Christian underneath the basket's cut off. Now spins around, needs to take a shot. 5 seconds left. Working it around the perimeter. Baseline, dribble drive, cut off, ball on the ground. Ball rolls out of bounds with 0.3 of a second left. Now Jackson Christian will maintain possession. They have 0.3 of a second to get a shot off here if they can in the third quarter. They get the shot off unbelievably. I didn't think they were going to be able to. Nice little inbounds pass there. Desiree Coleman got the shot, couldn't get it to go down, and after three, USJ totally dominating that quarter, outscoring the Lady Eagles 26-0. They lead going into the fourth here, 54-10 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
At Fujiyama, we've got boxes all over the restaurant. The bento boxes are a Jackson lunch favorite. Having trouble choosing? Well, that's what the bento box is for. Each box includes soup, salad, fried rice, tempura, and 4 fresh pieces of the daily roll. Then you choose from the beef, chicken, shrimp, or the salmon teriyaki, or spicy chicken or pork. The most popular box is the to-go box because our bento boxes are huge. Try the bento box today at Fujiyama Japanese Restaurant, Steakhouse, and Sushi Bar, 10 Stonebridge, Suite E in Jackson.
Monday Night Football with the NFL only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Well, it's hard to be more dominant than what we saw there in the third quarter. USJ outscoring Jackson Christian 26-0 in the third quarter. So as we start the fourth quarter, USJ leading 54-10 over Jackson Christian. The boys game following right after this. High school basketball brought to you by Tennessee Tractor, your John Deere dealer for West Tennessee. By Vein and Vascular, RFC Tactical in Milan, Tennessee, and the Blacksmith Restaurant. Holy smokes, had lunch there today with Mark and Joe Carter. Had that Forge Burger medium with mac and cheese, candied bacon, sauteed mushrooms. Man, it was unbelievable. Go by and see them today. Now here's a steal by USJ to start the third quarter, up off the glass, and can't get it to go down. Actually, that's OJ still in the game. So a couple of the starters are actually still in this basketball game. 3 of them. Emily Jones still in the game. OJ, Wagner did not start the game, so just 2 because Sarah Beth Browse is in the game, and yeah, there's 3. Kelly Cosgrove is in the game as well. You have to forgive me, they are on the other end. It is hard to see from this vantage point. So here's Jackson Christian in the game now. That's Desiree Coleman once again. Coleman whips it around. Here's a dribble drive. Here's a long 3 by Coleman. Too strong, no good. Ran down by OJ. Coming back the other way, under 7 minutes left to go. Sarah Beth Browse in transition, off the glass, up and in. Woo, pretty pass that time by Olivia Jones. Sarah Beth Browse with her first 2 points of the evening. 6:39 left to go in this basketball game. Remembering that we are now, if you're wondering why, if you're watching at home and say why is the clock still running on the ball going out of bounds, because this is agreed upon, out of control. It's under the mercy rule. Just no reason not to do so. It's a 46-point game at this point, so just really no reason not to do so. And I want to remind everybody, this was only an 18-point game at the half, and we're only 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, so the Bruins have been sizzling. Here's Coleman, a straightaway three, can't get it to go down. Coming back the other way, here's Browse, gets hit from behind by Coleman. No call, she runs the rebound ball down, and they called OJ with a double dribble. It didn't happen, but that's all right. Does not matter at this point, I promise you. EJ checks out of the game, and you have to believe that we will not see Emily Jones again tonight. And if we don't, she'll end up with 19 points. Just another day at the office for the amazing junior post, slash guard, slash everything you want her to be, because she can do it all. Here's Julie Wagner with a steal on the other end. 5:25 left to go in this basketball game. All Lady Bruins. We got a foul on the post. That's going to be... No, they're going to call timeout. Okay, they're going to call timeout. I thought they were going to call Holland Van Buren with the foul there. Instead, they're going to call a timeout. And it is, well, they didn't give the signal for a minute, so let's do this. It's a 46-point game, so we'll take a timeout regardless if it's 30 or 60. You're listening to USJ Basketball on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Everybody get ready for Marco's Pizza's Super Bowl specials. 2 large 2-topping pizzas, 10 wings or dippers, cheesy bread, and a 2-liter, only $28.99. An extra large 2-topping pizza, $10.99. Add 50 wings to any order of 2 or more large or extra large pizzas for only $30. A large 1-topping pizza, $7.99 each, carry out only. Add cheesy bread and a 2-liter for only $6 to any order. It's the Marco's Pizza Super Bowl specials. Marco's Pizza, 300-0400, 1146 Van Drive, and order online at Marco's.com.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
Well, Julie Wagner just scored her 10th point of the evening. She is the 3rd Lady Bruin in double figures. The Lady Eagles have not scored since the midway point of the second quarter, down to 4:53 left to go in this basketball game. Here's a shot by Ava Jones. She can't get it to go down. Wholesale changes, by the way, for USJ. Lily Mitchell in the game now for the first time, the freshman guard for the Lady Bruins. Holland Van Buren is in the game, the sophomore center. We'll get you the rest here in just a second. Also, Molly Strong in the game as well. Molly shooting a baseline 3, too short, no good. Rebounded by Jackson Christian. Coming back the other way. Julie Wagner still in the basketball game as well for the Lady Bruins. We'll get you the other here in just 1 second. Here's Lily Mitchell coming back the other way, 3-on-2, trying to push the ball, and she gets it over to Sarah Beth Browse, who shoots it. It's too strong, no good. Rebounded, coming back the other way. It's Journey McDaniel for Jackson Christian into the game now. McDaniel over to Coleman. Coleman back to the top of the key. Thinks about a shot, now thinks better of it. Now here's a long 3. Oh, that ball nearly went down by Journey McDaniel. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Lily Mitchell. There's Lily Mitchell bringing the ball into the front court, the freshman point guard for Tony Schutz and his Lady Bruins. We are under 3.5 minutes, and they're letting them play is all I'll tell you at this point. This is one they're trying to get over with really, really quickly. Here's Wagner inside. She's hacked to pieces that time by Blakely Reagan, and they just had no choice at that point. That was a very hard foul. So Julie Wagner will go to the free throw line again. And by the way, for USJ, about to check into the basketball game, that is Riley Palazzo. Wagner's first offering is up and good. And I would imagine she's going to substitute in for Julie Wagner. Second free throw made and good, and that is the case. Julie Wagner will exit this game, not to return. She's got 12 on the evening, one of 3 Lady Bruins with double figures. EJ with 19, Olivia Jones with 13, and Julie Wagner with 12. Kaiser Groves kicked in 6, Claire Lewis with 4, and 2 for Sarah Beth Browse, and 4 points for Sophie Stallings. 2:35 left to go in this basketball game. Here's a 3, too strong, no good. That was Desiree Coleman. The Lady Eagles still looking for their first points of the second half. They had 10 at the half. They still have 10. Here's Lily Pad. Lily Mitchell from 10 with a nice soft floater. She gets her first 2. And USJ now leads this one 62-10. Here's Ava Jones into the front court. Now over to Coleman. Over to McDaniel. McDaniel gives it up. That's Emma Vaughn in the game for the first time. Now here's oh boy, that thing went around. Too strong, no good. There's a foul. I think this one's going to be on the floor. So Jackson Christian will not go to the free throw line. I can tell you who the foul's on, but there's nobody on either team with more than 2 fouls, and there's a minute 45 left to go on a running clock. So the truth is, it doesn't matter who the foul is on at this point. Sarah Beth Browse checking out of the game. Now here's Lily Mitchell with a steal, coming back the other way, one-on-one with Ava Jones. Jones fouls her from behind. And Lily Pad will go to the free throw line for her first free throws. I think that's May Howell, who's now checked into the game for USJ as well. Yep, that's May. That means everybody's gotten in tonight. Gym is nearly capacity. Anticipating this boys game coming up in a minute. Mitchell's second free throw is good. She missed the first one. Lily with her third point of the evening. USJ leading 63-10. 51 seconds left to go in this basketball game. Here's Ava Jones. Beautiful dribble. Splits 2 defenders. Ball goes out of bounds. See what we've got here. I'm going to say that was a foul that was not in the act of shooting, and this clock is still running. So Jackson Christian has 30 seconds left to score or be shut out for the entire second half. Can't get that one to go. Good look at it by McDaniel. Just couldn't get it to drop. Coming back the other way. Here's May Howell now over to Lily Mitchell with 15 seconds left to go. Mitchell cut off. Back over to Howell. I'll pass over to the baseline to Holland Van Buren. She looks inside, back over to May Howell. 5 seconds left to go in this one. Lily Mitchell, left baseline, 3, 2, 1, and that is going to do it. That will be your final score. The Lady Bruins knock off Jackson Christian 63-10. This was a 28-10 game at the half, only an 18-point game that ends up being a 53-point victory before it's all said and done. We'll take this 4-minute timeout, come back and give you all the totals and highlights of the first game and get you ready for game number 2. The boys, USJ and Jackson Christian. This one should be much closer than the first game. You're listening to USJ Basketball on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.